Now, back by popular demand, it's the Lance Roberts Show.
Yeah. And welcome to the show this morning, 6:07 on this Hump Day edition of the Lance Roberts Show. Supposedly, I'm going to have a guest in here shortly, but it is Wednesday, so we'll see if Danny actually shows up.
The light's on in this office.
We'll see.
That's a good sign.
Well, since he listens on delay, in about 7 seconds, he's going to know I'm talking about good morning. It is, of course, Wednesday. It is Hump Day, so we're going to get your day underway. You know, so market's been all over the place lately over this trade war, and then mostly headlines, right? So on Monday, the markets are down, 20 points because of the fact that we're going to impose, barriers on the Huawei. And then, of course, yesterday, the market pops because, we removed some of the restrictions short-term on Huawei. So, this whole issue with Huawei is that it's being used as a bargaining chip as part of this trade war. But we talked about the differential between the U.S. and China in terms of the populist view on trade, right? So, here in this country, yes, we support Donald Trump, but we're not really all that motivated about it ultimately. We're still buying what we're buying. We're still buying stuff from China. We're not really, kind of fully engaged in this trade war. Danny just stuck his head around the corner. But I told you, 7 seconds later.
More like a minute and a half.
Exactly. But again, we're still here. We're still ordering stuff from Amazon that comes out of China and all this. And I told you a couple of weeks ago that China has a very different view about trade war. They have a national paper that goes out that is encouraging everyone to join into the trade war fight, to support the Chinese government in its fight against the U.S. And again, a lot of people in the markets right now are hoping we're going to have a quick resolution to trade war and we'll be able to get on with our lives. And I've been warning you that this is probably something that's going to drag on for much longer than expected. In fact, this is what I said a year ago when this first started. Everybody assumed at the beginning of 2019 that trade war, in fact, Donald Trump even said himself, trade wars are quick and easy to win, right? You just slap on tariffs, they give up, and then you're done. A year and a half later, we're still fighting this war. But I thought it was interesting because China has something that we don't. In terms, am I queued up? So China has something that we don't in this whole trade war issue.
What is that?
They have a national song. I'll translate. Trade war. Not afraid of the outrageous challenge. Not afraid of the outrageous challenge. A trade war is happening over the Pacific Ocean, Belt and Road. That's their trade situation. If the perpetrator, the U.S., wants to fight, we will beat him out of his wits. This is literally the same tune that was used in 1965 in the Chinese propaganda movie Tunnel Warfare. So,
I think I had that on video.
Tunnel Warfare?
Tunnel Warfare,
yeah.
Yes.
So, I think we need to get a national song put together for our fight in the trade war. I mean, they can't have a trade war fight song, and we don't have one.
That's right.
I mean, what?
Yeah. Where's our sense of competition?
Speaking of competition and creativeness, so I told you yesterday was mine and my wife's 8th anniversary.
Yes.
Right? So 8th anniversary is either linen or bronze, depending on what whether you use the old style version of what the gifts are or if you use the new modern version.
Right.
And apparently we went from bronze to linen, which means we're getting to be cheap bastards. So
I thought you were going to tell me she went out and bought a truckload of sheets.
No, but truckload, you're close. You're close. So I'm sitting at home, and this was day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sitting at home on the computer. My wife comes up and she sits down. I have a chair in my office at the house, and she sits down and she goes, "So what are we doing for anniversary?" And I said, "What do you want?" And you're going to laugh at this. My wife loves to cook. She's an awesome cook. And there's a picture of Halle Berry out on the internet right now. She just finished up her shooting of John Wick 3. Of course, the movie's out, and she's got a picture of her topless in the kitchen with a frying pan and to display the tattoo she has on her back from the movie. It's not real. It's the tattoo she had in the movie.
Yeah.
So she's got a picture out on the internet this morning of Halle Berry topless in the kitchen. You don't see anything. You just see her back.
It's her backside, yeah.
Come on, people.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Stop Googling while you're driving, okay?
Instantly 10 cars drive off the road.
My wife loves to cook. She doesn't cook topless in the kitchen, but, especially when you're frying bacon, that doesn't work out well.
I really didn't need that visual.
Know, right? Hey, she's very pretty.
She is. That's why I'm saying I didn't need that visual.
But you don't fry bacon topless. That bad things happen there. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so when we were living in our apartment, we moved out, and she left her most favorite cooking utensil in the old apartment.
Oh no.
Her iron skillet.
Yeah.
And this is like life and death for her, which is this iron skillet. She left it in the oven when we moved because that's where she stores it, because it's nice and dry.
That's where you're supposed to store them.
Exactly. So, she keeps it oiled, nice and dry in the oven. Anyway,
plus it's handy there.
It is. And so we moved out, she left it. And we got to the new house and she realized she lost it. So about 2 weeks ago, I ordered her a whole new set of iron skilletware for her anniversary.
Yeah.
So I thought I was off the hook.
Cookware.
Yeah, not off the hook. So there's a point to the story, which is innovativeness, right? This is the point about this. So we're in my office and we're talking about this, and I look it up, and so it's bronze or linen. And I will swear to you, 5 minutes later, there's a knock on my front door, and there's a young man outside my front door who is an artist. He's driving around our neighborhood in a U-Haul. Driving truck, not a trailer, one of the trucks, the vans, right?
Box truck.
The box truck, thank you. He's driving around. It is full of art, and he comes up to the door. He says, "Hey, I'm an artist, and I decorate houses, and I'm an interior designer, and I have a bunch of art. If you'd like to come, I see you got a new house. Would you like to come see the art?" My wife says, "Sure, I'll go look." She winds up buying 2 pictures painted on canvas, linen, with bronze frames. I'm off the hook.
You couldn't have planned that any better.
Couldn't have planned any better. And I will have to admit, the guy is genius. He's got about 30 peacock frames in his van. I go, why? I said, why do you have all these peacocks? He says, Indians love peacocks. It's their national bird.
Really?
It's their national bird. 1963, India adopted the peacock as their national bird. He says, Indians love peacocks. He says, I can't keep these in stock.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. I didn't buy a peacock, by the way.
No.
Be right back after the break. Don't go away.
Get daily investment news you can use, delivered at the speed of the internet. Sign up for Lance's newsletter now at lancerobertshow.com.